right.
I'm ready. I brought to the moment, scoped in. Let's go.
We've seen a lot of controversy for MrBeast over the last several months, and it is starting to crumble down, Mally. As of last night, a lawsuit has been filed. MrBeast is being sued. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. So MrBeast and Amazon are being sued after being accused of failing to pay minimum wages and overtime, failing to prevent sexual harassment, and participants of their Amazon show weren't provided uninterrupted meal breaks and rest breaks. There's more to it along the way. There's a full story popped in here. Chronic mistreatment. This is from Variety.com as well. So if it's hit Variety, it's hit mainstream. It's 5 unnamed participants seeking a class action, a lawsuit against him. This will definitely be settled out of court. There's no way that either Amazon or MrBeast wants this going to court for discovery purposes along the way. But this is not the first time we've seen MrBeast in trouble over the last several months, whether it's been the Chris Tyson shit or this, the various allegations put together by Dogpack 404. And now we see this, as there's been ongoing rumble when it comes to the characters or the participants of the game shows on Amazon. I don't know, your initial thoughts when you see this.
I just to kind of add to what you said, I saw somebody in the chat brought it up, and I have to agree with them. Rosanna Pansino, who's a YouTuber that I watched for years, a baker. I loved her. I don't watch her much nowadays, but I've been seeing her a lot on X, is my point of bringing her up. She has been a playing factor in the MrBeast exposure, because I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, she was invited to participate in a MrBeast Games, one of his videos, and it was completely rigged and fucked from what it sounds like. And she has uncovered all of that stuff. My initial reaction to this is honestly not surprised at all, because I've been hearing people talk about this so much. It is a long overdue lawsuit, but I think you nailed it on the head that no matter how many people or how much time this built up to, they are never going to let it get to court, because Amazon and MrBeast have enough money to pay anyone off.
Right. I think that's the bigger issue here, is the idea that the other day, speaking of that, there was the guy that was really sketchy who came out and was like, MrBeast treated me poorly in this video. And then MrBeast gave him like $200,000 and it all went away. Right. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, here's $200K. Like here's a life-changing amount of money, by the way. And here you go. Yeah. Which this is very MrBeast, when it comes to all this. So
he needs to maintain that image that all the parents and the kids have of him, where it's like, oh, it's just that guy that does those fun videos. Y'all, how did you not look at his videos and think something is wrong? I'm sorry, but I have never watched MrBeast's videos for fun, because they look a little weird. They look like too good to be true kind of thing. It's like, oh, you have a big team and a lot of people and you do a lot of, something's weird. No one else is doing what you're doing. Yeah, I gotta add that too. Scripted for 10-year-olds as well.
Actually, we talked. Oh, did I lose you? Okay, there we go. Am I
Are
back?
We back?
Are we good?
All right.
Need a little edit there. Yesterday, MrBeast announced Lunchly with Jake Paul and KSI. Did you see this announcement?
Oh no.
So they announced an alternative to Lunchables yesterday, where it features a bottle of Prime, Feastables chocolate, and some type of food in it. And it's very generic, and they have been raked over the coals along the way. Says YouTubers are not happy with MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul's new product. And MrBeast actually responded to this. It says Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units. By the way, you shouldn't be calling food units. It's just really weird to me. Hundreds of millions of units, and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use, quote, cheese product. They can't call it cheese, higher quality meats, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good, in my opinion. And why we launched Lunchly. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly why. Also, get economics on scale and can get things cheaper. We can only improve the product more and more, right? And he's got his shills who are going to go after and say like, oh, everything MrBeast is doing is the best. But one of those people is Dan TDM, a longtime YouTuber. And he actually put this tweet out here. It said, man, what happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust people who are selling it to them. Do better.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that wholeheartedly. Someone in the chat also said, why do they gotta keep selling to kids? I agree, dude. Y'all are grown-ass adults who are spending millions of dollars every day in your life. Why do you not make your target audience a little bit more relatable to yourself? But you instead maintain this angle towards children. Like, oh, we want to feed kids. We want to give kids energy drink. Kids don't need your food. They need, like you said, of course it would be better broccoli and thing. Why would you not want to go the angle of like one of those, oh gosh, there's so many of them, the services where they deliver the like meal kits to your doors? Why is that not the angle you'd want to go at when you have millions of dollars and the ability to make something like that plausible? You want kids to eat full-fledged meals, give them that. But instead you want to do a Lunchly. This guy that you just brought up nailed it, saying this is only to make money. Because that's exactly what Feastables was. That's exactly what Prime was. I've never picked up a Feastables or a Prime. Those don't appeal to me. Those are not for me. I'm not the audience. However, all of my students back in the day, they did.
Right. And there is a lot of irony here when MrBeast is responding to this, but not Chris Tyson along the way. Thank you, Space, for that. But the response to this from Dan TDM came in from Logan Paul, one of the people responsible for this. He says, I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. We don't say anything when Lunchables faces banned for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset, then don't eat it. And
I mean, he's right. I hate to agree with it, but he's right. It's capitalism. Don't like it, don't eat it. I'll make sure my kids never buy it.
Well, I'll say this. What's really interesting about this is he did get community noted down here as well. It says Prime Hydration LLC was filed against that for including at least three separate occasions, with the third being like it included lead on three different occasions. So
wow,
Prime's drink actually had lead in it.
Wow.
So pretty
big
interesting.
talk, YouTube man.
Yes, yeah, right. Now, I did a quick search here about each one of these three gentlemen, KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast. Guess how many of them have children? 0.
None.
That's right. Now, Logan Paul does have his first child on the way. I'd be curious if he'd be interested in feeding his child Lunchly, or feeding them Prime, or feeding them chocolate on a day-to-day basis. The answer probably is not. More feedback over here, as it says they always promote it as it's healthy, right? Why not teach kids healthy eating habits? They're comparing their product to Lunchables, which in itself is highly processed crap. None of them are passionate about health towards fans, only their wallets. So disappointing.
No, that is such a good point. Like when you compare yourself to them and say, well, we're better. Well, why are you starting at the bottom? Like, why would you, like I suggested a minute ago, why would you not partner with a delivery service or create a delivery service that brings prepackaged, ready-to-go meal kits to your home? Because no, not a lot of people can, go out or at the time to have groceries, whatever. There's a lot of excuses for it. Make that easier for people so they can access better food instead of making this shit, because you want to make money. You don't want to feed kids.
Right. And the response to that is like, I said something along the lines of, no, you want to make as much money as possible. And people go, well, like a business wants to make money. It's like, yeah, I get it. Businesses want to make money. Side Scrollers wants to make money. Mally wants to make money. Businesses want to make money. I'm all about capitalism, but your audience are 8-year-olds. They are very malleable, right? Know your audience. To me, it's shitty behavior
Yeah.
And that's the biggest
No,
thing.
it's
We
very
want it.
flip-floppy. It is, because they always wanna say, "Well, you just wanna make money." Well, yeah, if you want anything that I have, then yes, I have to continue making money, but there's a reason that we offer unique things from our channels or our businesses or our products, whatever it is. There's gotta be a draw. We have to want it as much as they want our money.
I I was fascinated by the way that that this was presented as well, specifically on Dexerto. It said it'll feature, this is their setups, Lunchly. It'll feature prime Feastables chocolate and a variation of food. And you could like, my favorite thing about this was the idea that they just have quote the pizza in it. It's like if it's just a mess. The whole thing is just a mess, and it's a very. I mean, the branding's great, right? But I think the launch will be rejected to half court or not. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, well, I
kids are
mean,
gonna
they picked all of the idols for little kids. You know, they picked,
right.
"Oh, wait, we love MrBeast. Oh, we love the Paul videos. Oh, we love, Kai, because Kai's part of KSI and stuff like that. We love these streamers." It
Mhm.
just would have been better if they had, like, Sketch in on it or something, get all the names, and then you'll really sell the kids, because I guess what they're banking on is the fact that the kid will be able to wear down the mom to be like, "Please, mom, I have to have this. I have to have this. MrBeast made it." Okay, fine. But hopefully, at least from what the corner of the internet that I've been spending time in recently, a lot of people aren't just down for that mentality anymore. A lot of people are like looking at what's in stuff, and they're looking at how the government's poisoning them, and like they're fed up. So this might have been a bad time for them.
The ingredients in it are not good. It's all over processed bullshit. And you can
Well,
say,
there
well,
you
this
go.
has less calories, but it's like it's still going to give you cancer. Like they're feeding their kids cancer. Congratulations, So